We better take for you.
Yeah.
What's that? We aren't going into the executive afterwards, on
It's not on the agenda. That's not on the agenda.
Okay.
All right, I'll call this meeting. Would you, the interim, city clerk, call the roll, please?
Councilman Phillips,
Here.
Councilman Dodd,
Here.
Councilman Price,
Present.
Councilman Sudar, Councilman Quidrow,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordes,
Here.
Councilman Giltner,
Present.
Present. All right, I'll call this meeting in order. We'll all stand for the pledge of allegiance. Councilman Bell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, I have a rundown of a list of talking points here. I want to apprise the council of kind of what's been going on the past couple of weeks. We do have a contract signed with Miko Engineering for the water treatment plant. That was executed today. And
They have given time.
they have not. They have not. No, it's we're supposed to be meeting this week to kind of go through the whole process. So they sent over the contract first to get it going. The wastewater plant update, the Huber parts for the wastewater plant, they have arrived. And Huber came down to start assembling. However, the main gearbox was discovered to be broken. However, the good news on that is that it's under warranty and the repair or replacement cost is fully covered. So it's just a time delay of getting that put back in. Distribution, they have completed smoking of the sewers. And they have identified I&I issues in their locations and recorded. So we can start prioritizing how we're going to address I&I sewer system. Also, they have initiated hydrant flushing for the second term this year. We're gonna have that done approximately within the week if they're not already done. Also, Nick Lubrick has been working with the distribution guys, compiling all the lead pipe survey updates for the city. It's due in October for turn that into DNR, which is an EPA requirement. So they're well underway of getting that taken care of. Also distribution, they had a water main break on Highway 79 North as you're leaving the city limits. And guys jumped on that and they got it done in really in a timely manner. They had to cut out and dig out a portion of Highway 79 to get to the water leak. So they got it repaired and going again. Fire truck repairs, fire trucks shipped off for, I believe, Clinton, are you on right now?
I am on. Can you hear me?
Has the fire truck went down to truck centers?
It actually has not. I made contact with them this morning. They are waiting on some parts to get in before it goes down. It is still usable for us and is fully functionable. So we don't want to dismantle it and set it down there until they're 100% ready to get started on it and get it back to us.
So that's where we're at on the fire truck. It's gonna be out of service, a period of time to repair the door and the body of the cab of the, I shouldn't say the cab, the body of the truck, so. Police, department, we do have, an item for tonight, after this meeting, a special meeting for consideration of a purchase of a used police vehicle. And then also, something to look forward to. I know the planning and zoning just got done meeting before our meeting. And they'll be looking to put into the paper and a public hearing for October the 7th at 5:30 PM for consideration of rezoning of the corner area of the 900 block of Georgia Street into a B1. Other than that, the cemetery building is completely demolished. The ground's been leveled and seeded. Probably can use a little bit more work there. Wiley has obtained approximately 7 cost estimates for building a structure, anywhere from $16,000 to $75,000. And so we're taking that and trying to develop a set of bid specs, because everything's totally different. One's a shell of a building, one has more options and more things. So we have that, and the council, will need to decide as far as location and to what degree or how much that we're wanting to put back into a building. So we'll have that all ready for us by the next council meeting for the review.
Be that soon.
Yeah, we should be able to have we won't have bids, but we'll have those
Wouldn't you?
specs. Once we get to the tree commission, the other target point that I had, Councilman Price, dangerous trees. We want to include that with our tree commission and probably start having hearings on any dangerous trees and start including that as we would a dangerous building. The Gertha Hodges residence, the demolition of that's been placed on hold to potentially having a new owner. There's a little bit of red tape with all that, so we're going to sit and hold and wait and see. Maybe we'll save some money from having to tear a house down. Street Department Act, they've been going out and leveling off the parking area of Lincoln Park. They leveled it off and re-rocked that. Been working on cleaning out the ditches, Wallace Park and various areas and stuff. And also looking to get back in touch with Brett Penrod about the riverfront to get started on that. Last time I spoke with Brett, he was going to be out of pocket for 2 or 3 weeks with prior commitments. But now since the river's down and we got stuff growing down there, so it's time to start working on that riverfront again. So,
And we got a lot of playing down there too.
yeah. And also the gate on the south side of the parking lot has been installed and put up. So if you haven't seen that, take a look and see what that looks like. So council, that's
That area, at one point in time, we were talking about putting in planters or something to avoid drag races.
right.
Have we, any further thoughts about that? Have we had any more problems with drag racing down there?
Not that has been reported here recently.
So
Is it something that we should table for the time being then, or?
probably I would suggest for now, especially with the gate being put up there, that kind of limits some of the traffic that's going in there. We did have an incident, a while back with a vehicle versus a train, on the riverfront, but but,
That's been roughly 3 or 4 weeks.
right. So. So unless council has any questions for what I just went over or something that I may have neglected to go over, we can start going through the committee reports.
Now, is the NEPO that you were talking about, was that for sewer or is that for
The,
water treatment?
the water treatment plant downstairs, the basement to
Right.
redo the,
So that's underway then?
Yep.
What about, where are we on sewer?
so the sewer, they came to install that and the
That's
gearbox.
We found out about the gearbox.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's on hold.
Did they give a time estimate on the gearbox?
The request was put in, Rufus sent in for a request, giving us an estimate on that until they get the box there at their facility and look at it and see what they need to do before they give us an estimate. There is something I neglected to let the council know, also the water intake pump house. They're looking the first week in October to actually drain that, clean it out. It's probably been about 5 years since that pit's been cleaned out. So it's a big ordeal because we got to order pumps and equipments to actually get that material out of there, pumped out. So, yeah. It should be something that's done frequently, like at least maybe annually instead of every 5 years. So we got that on our PM schedule now.
You'd mentioned before that you was gonna start putting together some sort of preventive maintenance
Mhm.
schedule. Where are we at on that?
So Rufus has that all laid out. He's got a SharePoint that he shared with myself and I'll ask him and see if anyone on the enterprise committee wants to have access to that SharePoint. And he's documenting the preventative maintenance and the timelines for all that.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
he's doing a real good job, decent job on that.
Just another question along, since we are talking preventive maintenance and sewer. I was talking to a person this past week and they said, oh yeah, when they put in the new bridge, the sewer lines down there run uphill. Is there any truth to that?
Clinton, you're on. Did you hear the question?
Yes, the question about the sewer lines running uphill.
Right. At Maryland Bridge.
Yeah,
No, they're not running uphill. So we actually redid a bunch of that when they had that bridge tore apart. We redid everything out of that manhole, that existing manhole, put it new cones and risers and stuff on it. If we ever have to do any work down in that area, we'll be completely out of that work zone they just did. So that way we don't destroy anything they've done. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. There's 2 discharge side on it. That's a main trunk line, so it has a lot of volume to it.
this guy was talking about the bridge across the Mississippi.
Are you talking about a stormwater drain or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to look into what you're talking about a little bit more because
Okay.
that kind of confuses the.
I was a little confused too, and I thought, well, I'll just kind of bring it up and see if anybody knows what he's
I've
talking about.
never heard a thing about that. This one, we had a lot of problems with sewer lines. We had 2 sewer lines on top of each other and we didn't even know about one of them.
Yeah.
So.
In the manhole that used to be there, a lot of it was brick, manholes, which a lot of I can go through that. So all that's been replaced with new concrete manholes and so forth.
I just, when I heard that, I thought, uh-oh, speaking of preventive maintenance,
Mhm.
where are we now?
Yep. And like Clinton said, that is the main trunk line going down to the plant. So. And there's a lot of volume on that. I'm not saying it's running uphill. I'm not saying it one bit, but if it was, there's enough volume there, it'd still go push it on out. Have to be
Put a new sewer line in, it's running uphill. I
Yeah.
think somebody needs to take a look at that.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case at all,
I
but,
don't think it is either.
I was like, oh, yeah.
but I'm just, yeah.
I can tell you that we shot great on all of that. None of it is going uphill. It is all going downhill at the proper slopes and flow for what it needs to do.
Okay. All right.
I think if it was running uphill, we might know about it.
I mean, you gotta put, well, listen, you know, these people out there that are,
I know,
you just gotta, you can't, oh, okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Well, the big thing is, we got the people here that actually shot grade, so they,
So I can tell, yeah.
and but trust me, they don't wanna have issues later on with it.
Not with that particular subject.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a mess on, yeah, don't need. All right, any other questions, the information that just went over? If not, are there any questions or reports for streets and distribution? Clinton, is there anything that I didn't go over that you might want to share?
Yeah, one thing I do want to touch base on September 25th, I think is a Wednesday. 2 days prior to that, on the 23rd, we're going to be draining the East Street Reservoir. So Ozark applicators can get in there and do that inspection on that.
So to let the council know, we just spent a significant amount of money this past year on refurbishing that E Street water tank. And they painted the whole interior of it, including the roof. The concern was with the roof areas, the paint's not holding. So we discovered that upon inspection. So we're going to be draining that and having them come in. It's all warranty work. So they're going to be removing all the paint from the roof of the E Street water tank. Anything else, Clinton?
I don't have my list in front of me, but I'm sure there was several other things I was missing.
Okay.
Any other questions for streets or distribution? Okay. Infrastructure, ground, streets and sidewalk.
Sidewalk. Question is, if we try to do some sidewalk so that we get some improvement, are we running into issues with property owners having to be paying, part of the cost?
No, I think the council, we've agreed to go ahead and piecemeal it, going up Georgia Street from 7th Street. Already reached out to Mr. Minor. They're the first house there. It's a small section, maybe 30 yards in length. And he's already given a go ahead, given us permission. So we'll have him sign off on a waiver on that. Because typically, so the council's fully aware and the public's fully aware, property owners are responsible for their sidewalks.
Yeah.
However, back in the day when they approved the tax increase and the Georgia Street project corridor, the corridor project, they talked about replacing both sides of Georgia Street, and the funding wasn't there to do both sides. They did the south side of Georgia Street and then only the corners on the north side. So the council has agreed that we'll start from 7th Street, working our way west, doing sidewalks as we can.
There's about 70 sections. They just skipped the houses and then it should have been done.
So,
Don't disagree. I think we need
They're
a
they're
sidewalk.
cracked. I mean.
but
don't wanna have-
Others that weren't as bad.
People right now aren't real inclined to want to donate any more money for improvements, so.
So you might get the question, why are we doing Georgia Street, not my street, which isn't on Georgia Street per se. And the reason is really we're holding up to a commitment that we made to the public, back in 2017
We're
or
doing something
16,
done
that should have
in
been
the
done.
first
So,
First place.
Only so much money.
yeah. And meanwhile, we're still seeking grants to get that, so to help out. Any other questions on infrastructure, grounds, streets? Okay,
I have something else I wanted to add on streets too.
go ahead.
We're going to be doing some more hot mixing. October is coming around the corner. One of the things I want to do is we're going to be planning on sealing all the cracks on Georgia Street from downtown as far out as we can, to kind of part of that preventive maintenance on our infrastructure. And we're going to be tackling that here soon. So once we get our hydrant flushing done and some of these other major things to get done, we're gonna be doing that. And then we're gonna be, within this week, we're gonna be opening up a few more holes on the city streets that are some bad spots. And then we're gonna do some more hot mixing, and then after that, we're gonna hold off for a little bit and just kind of see where we're at money wise.
Okay. Everyone understood what he's talking about, the cracks on Georgia Street? Okay. All right. Public safety and police hiring
I was this time.
this time. Okay. Ordinance committee. I do have one thing for the ordinance committee to review. There is an ordinance that was adopted, I believe, is prior to me coming into office, but it is dealing with trash cans being at the curbside. It was put in to, we had one or two citizens address the council and voted in an ordinance that all trash cans is allowed to be at the curbside for a 24-hour period. Basically, if you put your trash out and once it's emptied, you're required to take your trash can away from the curb back to the house. The problem, the issue with this is there's no enforcement and there's no penalty associated with it. And it's an enforcement nightmare if you think about it. So the consideration is to address this ordinance and correct it and perfect it or repeal it. So it's because we've had several complaints before this council even, that you got several people that don't take their trash cans back to they just leave them there. So now I'll ask the ordinance committee to consider that, what they would like to see done with that, if there's anything that can be done to perfect it or repeal it. Economic development, tourism.
Oh, we've got lots of questions. Number one question is we can't seem to get a quorum.
Okay.
And we need a quorum, especially right now, so that we can move ahead on several things that we need to for Color Fest, which is coming up very quickly. In the case of radio spots, we need to get contracts in place if we're going to buy time for radio in out markets because of the presidential election coming up in November. The radio stations have a tendency to absolutely sell out for the month prior. So the month of October literally may not have any time available for us to buy if we don't get our contracts in really soon.
I should have been bought like in July.
Not that early, but we probably do within the next week to 10 days. We're pushing it.
So the committee's willing to go ahead and hold a special session if we can get a quorum.
Oh, we got to get a quorum.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We have billboard, we've design ready. We've got radio spots produced and ready. I can play them for you if you'd like to hear them. I've also got billboard I can pass around my computer. You can take a look at. I know B has been working on print ads. So I know that we're in progress, but we can't get approval on anything because we can't get them a quorum.
Okay. See what I can help you out. Anything with housing, health, senior services? Enterprise, public utilities, anything? Somehow the committee is to consider, ahead of the game, looking at our rates for next year. If we're going to set anything different or leave them the same, it'll give us 2 to 3 months to review all the numbers in the budget for the enterprise, for the water rates and sewer rates. So I'm not making any suggestions. I'm just saying it just needs to be reviewed. and consider. Councilman got anything for community and employees relations?
Not the time.
Okay. Animal control, Ms. Portis. Come on up.
Good evening, council, Chief Baker. And folks in the audience, it's been a very productive weekend at John County Memorial Animal Shelter. As of Friday, we have one adoption, 2 twin pups that we had taken in March. There was 3, but one passed away due to the parvo outbreak. The 2 twins have been rescued by Hope Rescue, Godfrey, Illinois. New drains are just excellent. That's exactly what was needed. And we've already passed with flying colors 2 state inspections. And so, like I said, very positive going on right there from what it was, I feel, and thank you all for your continued support. I couldn't do it without you all. It's tough being a one-man army, but I tell you what, when you got a pretty good support staff, you know.
Any questions for Gene?
Well, I wanted to address your honor in the council, and I was going to go over this with Cassie and Chief Baker. We do have a need for a new cat team. We are overrun with cats. Surprise, surprise, right? Figure if we could get a program in here, or maybe, you know, your honor, you could work with Chief Baker and the council to, you know, and get some of these cats under control. All kittens are real cute when you get them, but then guess what? When they get big, you don't get them fixed. The next thing you know, you have more cats than you have cattle in the John Wayne Western. So anyway, sorry for the little analogy. I'm a Western fan. So like I said, I would ask that would be looked into, and the sooner the better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they put a lot of that.
Last week, Gene also had his 6-month anniversary.
Oh, 6 months. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you all. And
Does the little black.
Thank
dog
you,
get his
Gene.
haircut?
I know the little black dog was one of them that was adopted Friday. So anyway, like I said, and I will also tell you all too, that I've had generous donors, you know, from anywhere from offering, helping adopters stay and neuter pets and stuff like that. Like I said, you know, I may be a one-man army. It may seem like I'm out on the front lines, but it's nice to know I'm not on. So,
How did the event go at Tractor Supply?
Tractor Supply. I took Mr. My lab shepherd mix out there, Eli. Mr. Eli was adopted. And we have, I believe, I'm gonna get with Charlotte on the 28th. I have another pit healer mix that named King that I took in. And I'm going to sit there and profile him out there to see if we can't get him right now in custody. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs and 3 cats in custody. And I didn't even say in custody, sorry, a little directions, thanks.
They feel the same.
Yeah, they feel the same, I'm sure. But like I said, it's very, very positive right now. I'm on the phone every day with rescues and everything, and I'm finding out new rescues every day through contact from Quincy Humane, Hannibal Humane, Pike County Animal Shelter in Pittsfield. It's been a real good ally of mine, as well as all the way from Columbia. And on another front too, when I went to MACA class, you know, to get certified, I also got certified as an investigator. So I've been putting everybody on point too, that we received information from Illinois that dogs are being stolen over in Missouri, sold to breeders, fighters, whatever they got going on. So I put all my other fellow animal control and Robert Keishlin, who's head of the Northeast Humane Society, he's chief investigator. Robert has been down to the office. We had a good visit and everything. He knows as well. We're making a plan of attack there to kind of just keep a weather eye out. Just to stop this. So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you all very much.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Tree Commission, Councilman Price.
You don't want to start looking for the family tree.
Yep.
I've got a question. we had a tree fire. Was it Sunday? Well,
Yeah.
they were burning too close to the evergreen or something?
I didn't run that call, so I don't know. That's, I can tell you about that.
Are you familiar with that, Clinton?
Yes, I was there.
Can you fill us in on that?
Yeah, so the best way that I can explain that is that when we arrived, there was a 15 to 20-ish foot tall tree stump that's been hollowed out and was rotted. It was on fire on the inside. It was burning really well. And then there was about 3 other little fires throughout the yard. They had cut down a tree and brush and was burning stuff. I'm not sure what had happened, but they left and it kind of got out of hand. And then the tree had caught on fire and burned up through the middle of it.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other business? Hearing none, entertaining a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Take a question?
No.
Oh, second.
I was gonna make. a motion.
Motion second. All right. No discussion. All right. All in favor, say aye. All right. Work sessions concluded. Does anyone need it? Before we go into a special session? Okay.
Someone, I'm like, I wanted to give a compliment